Let's talk about some of these comments, and I'll try to speak loud enough for the people in the back. But Trump put our military in danger. This is the United States military. I have a son and daughter in the Navy. They are well trained, fully equipped, and completely prepared. They do not go in blind. Some of them live for this. Yeah, but what about the cost to taxpayers? We will recover all losses through oil. The Venezuelan people do not care about the oil. They have not benefited from it. The only people that are stressing it are Russia, China, and Cuba. Not to mention the strategic tactical location of our new ally, Venezuela. Donald Trump did not have good intentions when he went into Venezuela. For more than 2 decades, the Venezuelan people only had the good intentions of other nations. What they needed was action. Intentions don't matter when you're starving or too scared to have an opinion. The truth is, this is a great thing for Venezuela, for the United States. See, Venezuelan people are very faithful people. Faith is how they've survived this. God sees it all. And remember, Jesus said, "Whatsoever you do for the least of my people." Venezuelans are grateful to Trump and the United States, but they're thankful to God. I'm not even a very political person. I get 1 vote for president and I cast it every 4 years. I try to live my faith, so I vote my conscience. Regardless who would have been in office, I would be celebrating. We just needed somebody with the balls to go in there and get the job done. According to some reports, Maduro started talking right away, giving up names, accounts. Leaders of some nations have right to be concerned. Have you seen the Chinese stock market today? The citizens of many nations.
Yes, I'm actually impressed to report on this. For about 5 days straight, I've been doing this. This is Saturday, and I've seen a lot of people still pouring out videos upon videos on this topic. I spent last week, reacting, sharing my thought on this. There are some people saying Trump is the worst president ever. He is invading people's countries. He is doing this, removing this. At some point, I got tired. I watched Calculate the View. What they put out about Trump throughout the week is telling. At some point, I was like, what exactly is ABC doing? Especially Sonia Austin claiming she knows the Lord. I just have a couple of clips which I'm going to show you. You will see exactly what is going on. This lady you saw at the beginning, she is spot on. She has served in the military. She understands exactly what is going on. The Biden administration did not have the balls to go in and do the job. Trump came in and did. But liberals, with their hypocrisy, they continue to criticize that.
Already warrants out for some of them. So you're leaving part of them there, but you're saying we're in control. What could happen here is every time we leave a country, there's a power vacuum.
Yeah.
And I just know who comes next in this.
I know people that today are still political prisoners in Venezuela. And so my question is, if the U.S. is running the Venezuelan government, if the U.S. is running the policy, if they are telling Maduro's minions what to do, why in the hell are there still political prisoners being held in Venezuela today?
Because it's
A few moments later.
The government of Venezuela announced the release of an important number of political prisoners on Thursday, the first sign that the U.S. leverage over the new administration could lead to change in major concessions.
The Bolivarian government, together with state institutions, has decided to release a significant number of Venezuelan and foreign nationals. These releases are taking place as we speak.
Family members gathered outside prisons in Caracas, waiting anxiously for news under heavy police presence.
I'm the mother of Juan Jose Fretes. He's the coordinator of the Vente Venezuela political party and is part of Maria Corena Machado's team. He has been detained for 2 years.
Human rights groups estimate there are more than 800 political prisoners in Venezuelan jails, both national and international. Some have been detained for over a decade. President Trump has accused Maduro's government of
with calculating the view, they always spew things like this. If you look what they said at the beginning of the video is contrary to what is currently going on. They expected that immediately when Trump take out Maduro, political prisoners should be released immediately. It doesn't work that way. There is something I'm going to say. Let's first watch this video.
To start with an interview that I saw with one of the president's senior policy advisors, Stephen Miller. You know what makes me cranky? Stupid. What makes me cranky is when people don't do their homework. What makes me cranky is when we tarnish the extraordinary execution of a mission I fully support in Venezuela by turning around and making insane comments about how it is our right to have territory owned by the Kingdom of Denmark. Folks, amateur hour is over.
Do you want Stephen Miller to lose his job?
Look, either Stephen Miller needs to get into a lane where he knows what he's talking about or get out of his job.
I believe you've seen that. Removing a dictator is to have an interim government immediately to stabilize the country than making chaos in the whole country. This strategy was the best, taking this guy out of the country. Interim government came in. And I was thinking the Trump administration will make a mistake to install that lady. A lot of chaos have been going on right now. Trump administration thought it wise, like, let's not install this lady. The interim government should take over. Along the way, they can decide when to carry out a transparent election to choose their new leader. At that point, everyone will be happy because it is their decision. Taking a look at what calculating the view will say, oh, why is it that people are saying in prison? But looking at what Al Jazeera reported here, you can see people coming out of prisons and jails. That should tell you a lot.
This guy is blaming Miller, but Trump and the White House are also saying we need Greenland too. So will more Republicans speak out, or is that it?
I sure hope
also,
so.
Another question I have is, why are they okay against Greenland, but not about Venezuela?
That was my question, because,
Yeah.
I mean, his comments were forceful, they were strong.
Yeah.
You know, Greenland is not owned by the United States, nor should it be owned. It's not for sale.
Neither is Venezuela.
But neither is Venezuela,
Yeah.
nor is its oil ours. Yet we went in, we took the president. I've called it a kidnapping because I believe that's what it is. And we take the head of state of Nicaragua, not Nicaragua, I'm sorry. Venezuela, and take the oil and are going to put the money, I think we're going to put the money in offshore accounts. So how is that okay? But Greenland isn't.
Okay, I love you, but making a comparison
I know
between...
you disagree, but
No,
you know,
it's not...
It's unlawful.
No, yeah, but let's look at some facts. Venezuela is a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Greenland is not.
Yeah.
Denmark is our ally.
Yeah.
Greenland is our ally. We have military bases and operations in Greenland.
Yeah.
Denmark is part of NATO, as we are, so we are part of one big alliance.
Yeah.
Venezuela is a place where they torture the opposition,
Yeah.
where they repress human rights.
So is Russia.
Yeah.
So is North Korea.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's my point is...
Should we
it's not
should
the
we
same.
take
My
those
point is
people?
we cannot make an equivalency between Greenland and Venezuela.
Yes.
So let's just not, because we lose the point if we do that.
No, we don't. The law is the law. It is an unlawful thing that we did in Venezuela, and it would be unlawful for us to do it in Greenland.
No, listen, Till has had it exactly right. What's happened now? No, let me tell you about
think you're wrong.
Okay, well,
If you look clearly, everywhere was on fire. It descended into these fighting like this. At some point, Sonia Hostin always claims she knows everything, and now we're struggling to educate her about these issues. If you look clearly, Sonia Hostin is not aware. She doesn't even know the names of some of these people. So that should tell you a lot. I'm going to end here. I don't want to make the video long. So please share out the videos. God bless you abundantly. And as of the short clips you are going to see after this, that is for the YT algorithm. You can skip.
It's and not so about isn't drugs. Anyone...
Hey, yeah, go on in there and do this, because I
personally know someone who tells stories about their father.
Wait to get back on the air tomorrow night to talk about them. Thank you, everyone.
I'm a little in shock about that.
Madur0.
Let your hatred and...
Sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid. They're so organized. I mean, it's less than even 24 hours. They got hundreds of signs made. It's almost like they have a print shop in the back of their
Venezuela, and we
100.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see them get it.
But, MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place.
Thank. Everybody knew that wasn't true. A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and back on his own. In one interview, she said,
"We don't
should have said nothing."
the United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment."
when
People ought to have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolute horror. Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.